everyone, and welcome back to the complete ultimate Voltz tutorial. That's right, we are back. Now, this is not the first video. We have already done basic power, advanced power, and machines. And today we are going on to finish up the miscellaneous parts of mechanism. So let's grab our wrench like normal, and let's pop over here, shall we? So, straight into it, just as a little thing before we start, I wanted to include something last video that I forgot a little bit about. There is this amazing blocking mechanism called, Refined Glowstone. This is a beautiful block, and it looks like that. Like, look at that, it's just so nice. And we forgot to turn, oh goodness, we forgot to turn this stuff back off. There we go. Look at that refined glowstone. It's very nice, looks very good, and it's blast resistant. It's very blast resistant. It's about as good as obsidian. So if you're making a bunker with concrete and stuff, which we'll learn about later in another video, if you're making a bunker with concrete, I highly suggest using that because it's a very nice block to use. Anywho, moving on to this. Now, the first miscellaneous part of mechanism is the electric chest. So this is basically a password protected chest. This is an anti-other player's chest. And when you first place it down, it'll ask you to do this. So we're going to enter a password. We're going to say Voltz, exclamation mark. And Voltz, exclamation mark. So repeat password and confirm. There we go. And now we have access to this. So we can edit the password, and we could do that. So let's just Voltz, and yet again, Voltz, and we could change that to whatever we want. We could do Voltz happy face or something, but we don't want to do that. We just want Voltz. They're identical. Voltz. I'm having a horrible... Okay, you know what? We're just going to break it, and we're going to place it down again. We're just going to get an electric chest. It is right there. There we go. Okay, there. And we're just going to quickly hit O here, turn that off. There we go. And let's set the password again. I don't exactly know why that was working. That wasn't working. Voltz. And there we go. So now we're in. And you see its status is unlocked. So now we grab a battery. If we want to lock this, you see we can. It is locked, but people can still open it. So what you gotta do is you gotta grab a battery and just put it in this little slot right here. And you see it fills up the battery bar. So now whenever you access it, you gotta put in the password. Exclamation mark. There we go. And now we can get into it. And other players in survival will not be able to break this. They could blow it up with they can't blow it up with any normal explosives. The only explosives that can blow it up would be the really, really, really big ones. Nukes don't even affect this. So it's insanely blast-proof. No, blast-proof. I don't want to be racist. Sorry. And yeah, so that's how you do that. Now, the other great thing about this is, let's say you have some dirt in your inventory. The dirt, we got some red wool, we got some iron blocks, and we got some wood, okay? And our inventory is just filling up more and more, and we want to get rid of these 4 blocks. What you can do is, if you take the electric chest and you just look up in the sky and don't place it down, you can just put in your password. So let's just put this 1 to 1, okay? Enter password and repeat password and confirm. And now, you could put your stuff in there, and you could throw it down, and you can walk away. And then you come back, and you open it up, and there you go. And I'm not sure, you might be able to put an electric, no, you cannot put an electric chest in an electric chest, but you could have a normal chest, right? You could just have a normal chest, and you could just fill it with electric chests full of, other bits, right? So yeah. And then you just pull that out, and boom, there's our blocks again. And if you wanted to lock this yet again, just grab a battery, and just slap it in the slot, just like so. And you gotta hit, and it's not filling it up for some reason. Right, sorry. You cannot lock them unless you actually have placed them down. So we could place this down now, and you could do this, right? But the problem is now if I were in Korean survival, right, and I wanted to get rid of this, if I punch this, all the items would explode. It doesn't, if you place it down and then break it, it does not keep its inventory. It just becomes empty like a normal chest and explodes everything all over the place. Okay? You have to do it in the air in order to do that. So yeah, that's how that works. Anyway, the next thing is this little handy-dandy fuel tank. There's this handy-dandy hydrogen tank. So we have our electrolytic separator here. It's already set up to dump oxygen. And we're going to grab a bucket of water, and we're just going to smack that in there. And boom, it's going to make us a little bit of stuff. And you see, we're going to fill up with a little bit of hydrogen. There we go. And if we were going to the moon or something, okay, just wait for that to finish up. And it's done. Right? Oh, it's still building. It's still building. We got some leftover stuff. Just wait for that to finish building. I believe it's 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000 units. Yeah, 1,000 units from one thing. So let's break that now. Let's place down another one, and you see it's empty. So let's grab another water bucket, and we're going to set it to dump hydrogen and output oxygen. So now we're going to put that in there, and you'll see this is now filling up with oxygen instead of hydrogen. And that's for if you're going to the moon or something. And as you can see, it's got lots of space. You can't even see that little bar. It's fairly nice. Anyway, that's the gas tank. It's just a handy-dandy little tool. Very nice. This is the charge pad. So let's say you have something in your inventory, like a... Oh, what's something? Oh, let's just grab a cube. Oh, that's not a cube. That's a bubble. Cube. So let's just grab a cube. And this is a charge pad. Now, you cannot right-click on it. You can't do anything, but it's hooked up to a power source. And let's stand on it. And what you'll see now is our cube is actually generating power. And it will slowly fill up everything in your inventory. Now, I will admit, this is kind of useless. These things are useless for just standing on, because look at how slow that is. When what we could do is we could just take this cube and we could walk over here, and we could do this, and look at that, how fast that's filling up more, okay? Look, it's almost already done. The charge pad is very slow, and it's a little bit useless to use. So I wouldn't use it for charging stuff like that. I would just put it in a cube. Unless, of course, you're on a PvP server and you don't have a cube of your own, because if you put, say, your really expensive tool in there or something, and someone else grabbed it, you can't grab that back. So if you're on a PvP server and you had to go, like, spawn or something and charge your items, you'd want to use a charge pad, because no one can steal stuff while it's in your inventory. The reason the charge pad is useful is for this little robot called a robot. So let's just grab a robot, shall we? And when you craft a robot, let's just grab another robot. So robot, it crafts without any energy stored, and its recipe is fairly interesting. It's fairly advanced. Got the electric chest, atomic stuff. It's a bunch of stuff you don't understand. You can look that up in any eye. And what you do is you right-click it on there, and there you go. You got a little robot. It's very cool. And what robot will do is it's yours, okay? So, hi, I'm robot. Energy, 1,100 kilojoules. Following, false. Drop, picking up, false. Owner, Sir C. So what you can do is you can get it to follow you. So let's activate follow mode. And now it's following true. So now let's walk this way. And robot will follow us. Cool. And what we can do is we can look in him, and you see we have these things all down here. We have home, which is this just goes back to this page. We have crafting, so let's just grab some redstone, and we go to crafting, and boom, there you go. You can craft in them. You have a chest, so we can store our items that we just crafted. A furnace, so we can smelt up a little bit. That's a cobblestone monster egg. Okay, there we go. We can just smelt up some bits, and as you can see, he's going to smelt, and you can move away from that screen while it'll continue to smelt. So we're away, and see? There you go, and we got our iron, pretty good. Okay, and then he has an anvil, so we can just do this, and we can name this our iron, blah example 1. What, 1? There we go. Blah example 1. And now we have blah example 1. Pretty good. So now just delete that, and now let's get him to follow false, right? So it's back to following false, and now we go over here and does nothing, right? Let's put following to true, right? And he's still following us like a good robot. And what you can turn is, so you can rename this robot. Instead of robot, let's name him Bob. There we go. So now we look at him and he's Bob. And so now if you hit teleport back home, then he's way back there. So let's just turn follow, and it'll automatically put following to false if you do that. So let's just take him back over here. And he will also teleport to you, I'm fairly sure. If you go into other dimensions, I don't think he does, but I think he's like wolves. So let's turn on drop pickup. So now following true, drop pickup true. And let's walk this way, and let's say we drop our, oh, I dropped my wrench robot. Oh, it's just, sorry, one sec. Oh, I dropped my wrench robot. Pick it up for me. Hey, there we go, and he picked it up. So now, if we just go into his inventory, there you go, he has my wrench. And that's how you do robot. He's very nice, I like him a lot, he's cool. And if you come back here, let's just teleport you to home real quick. Boom, you're there. And if you break the charge pad, you can punch him all you want, but if you break the charge pad, he pops off. There we go. You cannot kill him, by the way. Other players cannot kill him. Anyway, on to teleporters. Now, teleporters are extremely advanced. Their recipe is a little bit crazy. And this is one of the things you need the osmium compressor for. And yeah, so that. But what you do is when you have it, I just place these down like this. Let's go up to it. We jump on it and shift right click. And it'll say teleporter ready because I have another one, and it'll have a code here. So let's set this code. So, and it will find teleporters that have the same code with it, right? And in order to teleport, you simply look down and right click. Don't shift right click, but simply look down and right click. And you could put a battery here if you didn't have it hooked up like I do up there, right? So if you didn't have it hooked up like this, then you could put a battery there, right? And you would right click to teleport, but right now, no link found. So let's go over here, right? And no link found because this is 0. So let's set this to 7s. And there we go. And you'll notice now, if we do this, teleportation. Pretty good. Okay, there we go. Sorry, just had a quick phone call. Let's get back into this. We can get rid of the teleporters now. Yeah, so they're pretty cool. You just teleport back and forth. And lastly, there's this handy-dandy little thing right here called a portable teleporter. And so you can right-click with that, and let's set it to 777 again. Just quickly here. Oh, that was way past. Let's set 7777. There we go, and ready. And you see, we will teleport to, I'm not exactly sure, one of them? Yeah, no, it's this one. I think we built this one like we did, like, I'm not exactly sure which way how it figures out which one I should teleport to, but it does. So yeah, that is how that's done. Lastly, the last thing in Mechanism. Sorry, no, wait, not lastly. Now, there are 3 tools in Mechanism. There's an electric bow, there's an iron paxel, or no, there's a paxel and these tongs assembler. Very basically, the paxel is kind of a combination of an axe, a shovel, and a pickaxe. So if we search up, let's see here, paxel, there we go. So there's lots of different ones, going from steel, gold, diamond, iron, stone, wood, glowstone, lapis, obsidian, osmium, and bronze. Now, as you can see, if I hopped into survival, actually if I grab a bit of wood here, and just slap that down, and I go game mode S. There we go. This thing is good for breaking that, it's good for breaking that, and it's good for breaking that. Pretty nice. I like it. Let's just go back. There we go. Okay, pretty good. And that took a little bit of damage. And you can get all those different types. Now, there's an electric bow. Now, you are supposed to be able to make fire arrows with this. You can make fire arrows. I've just messed up my keybinds, and it's not working for me. So what you're supposed to be able to do is hold shift and right click, and it will draw a fire arrow instead. It's just a bow, and it's pretty powerful. I think it has a little bit of a damage upping, and it's pretty nice. I like it. I think it also has a little bit less range or something. I'm not exactly sure. It just doesn't seem to be doing much. I don't know. Anyway, Then there's the atomic disassembler, so I'm going to go game mode S again. Now the atomic disassembler is an amazing thing. So it starts off at block efficiency 2, so let's put it down to 0. At block efficiency 0, it does absolutely nothing. Block efficiency 2, very slow. Block efficiency, you know what, I'm just going to show it off on this. Very slow. Block efficiency 8, a bit faster. Block efficiency 24, I like this one. This is the good medium, right? Block efficiency 64. Block efficiency 100. Just tears through that, as you can see. Very fast. That will instantly break stone and all that other crap. Just look at this. Yeah, that's what it does to stone. So it's quite good. This is the tool that you want to go for. Right? Oh, sorry. This is the tool that you want to go for. This will do very good for you. Anyway, let's pop back into game mode C. There we go. Just delete these, and the electric bow and the atomic disassembler need to be charged up in, of course, a energy cube. So, lastly, there is this. This is a dynamic tank. Now, if you've ever seen railcraft tanks or Zycraft tanks, it's the exact same thing. So, what you have is you have a multi-block structure here, and you can put water in it. So if we just grab a little bit of liquid, and you can see we can just do that, you know. Oh god, I grabbed a bit of iron there, and we can just fill it up, as you can see, right? Now how you do this, let's toss our wrench again. Delete inventory, and grab it back. How you do this is you need dynamic tank blocks, dynamic tank glass, and if we dig back here, you need a valve. Anyway, and you can set this up anywhere from, and what you do is you just build this. There we go. And when I was testing it, it didn't seem to work if the valve was in the bottom, but let's test again, shall we? And boom. There we go. It does work. So you can have the valve and that stuff anywhere, and let's have another valve on the top, so input and output, and I believe output automatically happens from the bottom, and now we can just click on it, and boom, and as you can see, if you just have one block on its own, can't click on it. This can go anywhere from this to 18 to 18, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's a bit big. We're going to have to add one over here. I might not build the full thing, but 1, 2, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You could build a tank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You could build a tank that big. So pretty big. It's pretty insane. Yeah, anyway, that is the ending of the mechanism bits, and I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. This is not the end, definitely not the end. This is just the end of the mechanism. Next, we move on to ICBM, which is even cooler, right guys? Am I right? And there we go, there's another tank, different size, and pretty cool. Anyway, next we're going to be moving on to ICBM. So, I need to build that, and thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you did learn something, and I hope this has been helpful. Look for the playlist in the description. Look for the Galactic Craft tutorial is in the description as well. It's a pretty good one. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.